Mr. Anslem Eragbe, Edo North Senatorial District candidate for Labour Party, has promised to revamp Nigeria's education sector and eliminate industrial action through legislation if elected in 2023. Eragbe, at an Edo North stakeholders meeting in Abuja, said he was a product of free and quality education offered by the government then and pledged to restore the system.
I went through free, compulsory and qualitative education. All you see me do today is the education I have had in this country. So that is to tell you the enormity of the quality of education at that time. My educational policy is to gradually return Nigeria within these first 4 years. First, with rebate fee for the tertiary institution. For the ASUU issue, we have secured the funding to write off the 1.2 trillion naira that ASUU needed to rejig the educational sector. It's on record. So I'm reeling out my educational policy to say I am part of the team. I led the team that secured the funding that will rescue the educational sector in Nigeria and to provide that funding that will bring Nigeria tertiary education out of that corner. We have put in place mechanisms to design new infrastructure and to upgrade existing infrastructure in Nigeria tertiary institutional sector, both primary, secondary, and tertiary sector. By the grace of God, when I become a senator, this becomes my frontline legislative duties for engagement to ensure that we amend certain laws where that we find obsolete and to bring them to speed so that we'll be able to fund all of these processes. Because why? There's going to be a partnership between the government and the private sector. We will be coming from the private sector with the 150 billion euro we have sought and secured, known to the federal government of Nigeria to intervene in all of this sector.
The Director General of Comrade Eragbe Anslem, CEA 2023 and keynote speaker, Professor Festus Uwakemen, urged stakeholders to give more youths the opportunity to participate in the political landscape. He said that a lot of youths were traveling out of the country in search for greener pastures because the system was not helping them. Uwakemen urged all constituents of Edo North Senatorial District to work together with Anslem to ensure victory in the election so as to enable him work for youths and transform the economy and the region.
Only our generation can represent us properly because they understand our language. The world is in digital age. We must align ourselves with leaders with easy accessibility and compliance with information technology. I've seen many senators today, they have PA, so many PAs, PA1, PA2, they cannot even type any letter, they cannot even make any research. So they rely on their PAs to do most of these things for them. And that is why we found out that many things that ought to be done as in nations are left undone because the world now is no longer in analog. We are now in digital age where we need men of such kind of skills to lead us, to take us from where we are now to the next phase. I don't know if you believe those days when you have to write article or you have to do journal, you have to go to the library to get to get papers for research. But now, most of all the books we need are all digital. When you go online, you get them, you make your research online, you get most of the books you want to research on at the tip of your finger because the world is now global village. This campaign is not about party politics. I'm not here because of party politics. It is about Nigerian youth and Nigeria as a country. Who will fix the country if we all japa? The latest slang now is that Nigerians are japping. They are running, they are traveling. Why? Because the system is not helping them. The rate of unemployment in Nigeria is so high that the young ones leaving university don't even have hope of getting jobs. Because the ones that have left since and they've served have not gotten jobs. And today we are losing our young men, our intellectuals, our skilled labor, our doctors, our ICT consultants, our intellectuals are all leaving to get something doing outside the country. We must stay back to face our country. His Excellency Olusegun Obasanjo, GCFRO, has said severally that Nigerian youth need to stay back and face the country by taking it back from these old politicians.
The event featured the unveiling of CEA 2023 election working materials by the stakeholders.
Convey this in the name of God Almighty. Please put your hands together for God. Let's celebrate everything here. We have cap, face cap, we have t-shirts, and we have them. These are just samples, we have many of them.